Anybody else like tea? I have no idea what I even look like. And y'all know I'm vain. Oh, how y'all been doing? Well, if you've seen any of the promo stuff, you know that I'm going to discuss woke and what it means in today's political climate. But before we do that, my little spiel is we're not here to groom anybody, so you need to be over the age of 18 or accompanied by a parent or guardian, because basically we're just a bunch of older, early transitioned transsexual women, some transsexual men, and a lot of just regular folks that are trying to learn the difference in transsexuality and transgenderism. So if you're not interested in that, then you just need to click it off and move on. Because we're not going to accept any arguments, any negativity. Because this has been my day-to-day life for the past 50 years. So I'm not changing for anybody or any opinion that you have. So you can just move on. This right here is a blackberry custard. Mm. 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 That's delicious. My grandmother used to make custards a lot. And whatever fruit that was in season, she'd put just a little bit of whatever it was, strawberries or blackberries or whatever, in a custard pie. And it made us think we had something special. That was my grandmother. Mm. 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 And these here are peanut butter cookies. Well, all this is keto because you know, most of you know, unless you just stumbled on my videos, that I've been on keto for the last 6 years. I lost in excess of 200 pounds, and I've kept it off. So this is what I do to maintain. I've learned to completely rethink eating and cooking. And I know I can make some fabulous things that taste delicious and still not get fat. Mm. Mm. Yeah, this is good. Mm. But you know, for the first few years that I was hearing the word woke, I didn't pay it much attention. Because I try not to pay attention to what's going on out there in this computer world. Because I live right here in my real world. I mean, this may seem fantasy, but this is the world I live in. So I try not to get involved with all this that's going on. But the closer we got to the last election, the GOP started using it as a slur. Anything and everything is woke if it doesn't fit into their narrative, which is let us do what we want to do and keep your mouth shut. We're going to take all the money that we can and invest it back into big business so that they don't have to pay taxes, so that maybe it'll give you a few jobs, but who wins in the long run? It's sure not the average person. No. And then I began to think, well, I'm not woke, but I don't believe in everything that the woke people preach. So I had to go and start doing some research on the word woke and the use in modern language. And I discovered that it is an African American slang word. It was taken on by the Black Lives Matter people about 2015, and they started pushing the word. It was to mean that you would be woke to the injustices to the black citizens of America. But then it started taking on anything and everything. So now when somebody says woke, you can guarantee they're throwing a cut at you. All of a sudden it's bad to be woke. Now, like I said, I did not feel myself to be woke when everybody started using that. But once I really read the definition, what does it say here? Woke actually means to be aware, to be enlightened. Now, where would we be in this world if we didn't have woke people? We wouldn't have any of the modern technology, because the conservatives will say, we don't need anything else. We have everything that we need right now. And to prove my point, at one point, the U.S. Patent Office made a statement that there was nothing else to be discovered or invented, and that was in the 1880s. Look what's happened since then. Look at Nikola Tesla. He was trying to give the world free energy. They got rid of him because the right wing could not figure out how to make money off that. They had already invested in all this stuff from Edison so that they could make money off of it. So they've always tried to downplay and make fun of anybody that wanted to do things that were good for people and not just good for somebody's pocketbooks. Now, what do y'all think about that? Now, I've got a lot of people in the room that's making comments, but I can't read it from here. What is it? Hey, Kim. Mute mind. Hey. Diego. How y'all doing? Well, this really concerns me, y'all. I want y'all to come back in the comments, because once this goes up as a live video, all of this discussion in the room will be gone. It will vanish. So I need y'all to come back and make some comments, because this is a serious subject, y'all. It seems trivial. But to be called woke for any opinion I have or any comment that I give, it's like a slap in the face when I know that I don't agree with a lot of stuff that's going on that is also considered woke. I do feel, honestly, that everybody should be able to be happy. Do what it takes to make you happy, as long as you're not infringing on someone else's rights. When you go out causing a stir or trouble, you ought not be allowed to do that. Just because you say you want to do it, no. You've got to have respect for other people too. And the rest of the people don't want to see your shenanigans. They ought not have to just because you want to do it. Do it at home. Do it with a bunch of your friends. But you don't need to go causing trouble. And this woke, it's gotten into so many areas. Now you've got that fat positivity. Well, y'all know. Meemaw was really heavy for a long time and physically miserable. I looked good fat, as far as fat folks go. And I traveled, I did everything I wanted to do. But physically, I was miserable. I hated being overweight. I never felt attractive overweight. I mean, as far as sexy attractive, you know what I'm talking about. The kind of men that were interested in me, I wouldn't have anything to do with, because a chubby chaser, no. I feel that anybody and everybody should have love and respect. But when you start pushing something that you know is unhealthy, and you make all these videos showing how much you can eat just because you can, fat positivity. So many of these fat positivity leaders are dropping dead. Just do a search on it, you'll see. But any little subcategory on the fringe of society becomes known as woke. Can you think about things like, if we didn't have wokeness, in all probability, we'd still be a British colony, just like Canada. Because you know the loyalists, the ones like, Trump, who would have had the big, governor's mansion, they were against us rebelling against England. So our forefathers were doing what was best for the people, not a certain part of the people. So, something to think about. Think about all the things that we have today that we would not have if it weren't for woke people trying to get out there and think and do things and try to do things for everybody else. They weren't just trying to figure out how to make a buck. I know. How long have I been talking? I gotta get off here. I hate not having a guest that I can keep things going with, because y'all know I'm Asperger's and I can't really think a whole lot. I make notes. I got my notes here, but I basically already said everything I was going to say. And if I could read the comments. Yes, I'm not woke, but I am awake to what's going on. That's it. We all need to be awake of what's going on in this world. But if woke means I'm supposed to agree with everything these people do, then I'm not. I'm asleep. No. I am considered transphobic, fatphobic, homophobic, and race-phobic. Because if I have any opinion that it's not exactly like their narrative, then they throw that in your face. You're some kind of phobic. Just because you don't agree with everything they have to say. So I'm ready for that word to be outlawed, that woke, just like the N-word. I'm sick of it. So, all right, y'all. It's going to be sweet and to the point. So, y'all, leave some comments. Tell me exactly how y'all feel about this. I'd like to get some discussion going on, because I know that it really concerns me, and especially this upcoming election. They're going to use that word until we all want to puke. Okay, y'all have a nice day. I've got to get out and get some things done. It's Sunday afternoon, and we've got our grand opening over at the Antique Mall. Ruby Cat's Antique Mall on Highway 45, Macon, Mississippi. We've got our grand opening for that mall the 29th of June at 10 o'clock. And all the vendors will be there to meet and greet. Okay, y'all. Love y'all.